I'm dreading this. Like, my friends, I told my friends I was going to do this, and they believe that I'm an idiot. Trading food? You guys with your toxicity. Holla ballers and welcome to the Dandy Preacher, where today I'm going to shove my face into a fire. I've been waiting here for quite some time to get people into a 14 pug. No one's biting. No one wants the 14. We have no Raider.io installed. They don't want it. So we're going to tank it down to a 10. So I'm restarting again because I've started and like waited forever. And the whole idea of today is you guys want me to check out like what a real pug is like at not a high level, but at a level people want. I think 10 is probably going to be appropriate, even though next week you're going to get more resources the higher key you go. So we'll see. I've got to regret this. Anyway, we have our winner of the bag. You've been contacted on Twitter. My wife started it, so I'm not sure what the name is. But our next giveaway for the guys who send in suggestions of what you would like to see on the Preach TDP, which is exactly what this is. You need to tweet me at hashtag PreachTDP at Preach Gaming. And this week, we are going to be giving away my BlizzCon stuff. Because Blizzard sent me this stuff. It's really good. It comes with a Warbringers Asharis pack. Ooh! It's got some nice Horde and Alliance flags with it. As well as a BFA, like, manual thing of what's going on here. I'm not big on collectibles. I'm not a collectibles kind of guy. So, those will be off to you. I'm going to show how you tank this, and then I'm going to cut to the thing. I'm dreading this. Like, my friends, I told my friends I was going to do this, and they believe that I'm an idiot. They believe that I'm an idiot because it's going to end horribly. We had rumors that somebody had tanked a +2 key earlier on his rogue. One of our better players just had to reprogress King's Rest. So what you do is you go in on your own. You start the dungeon. And then we're intentionally going to fail it. And that's going to drop the key down. That's going to drop the key down 1 level. So we're going to do this a couple more times, down to a 10, and then we'll see if we can get a bite. And the big question most people have, of course, is how are we going to choose players? Let's see what we get. All right. We have our key. We have our +10 King's Rest. Let's see if we get a bite this time. Let's see if we get King's Rest +10. +10 for weekly. Let's be fair, right? You guys promised me toxicity. You guys promised me toxicity. Now, I was asked what I was going to do here, and I think for the sake of the audience who wanted to see this, I think healer is the best. I know we've had a healer one recently, but if I tank it, you guys are going to say, yeah, you tanked it, and therefore, you know, you kind of controlled the group and all that kind of stuff. If I DPS it, am I going to do too much damage? My Moonkin is very high geared. Is it going to be like the carry? I don't know. So I think healing to watch the guys kind of do their thing is probably going to be the best way. Let's see. We've got 1 371 warrior. Oh, this is kind of sad, isn't it? This is kind of sad. I was hoping for this list to populate pretty heavily, being at the +10. This is what it was like on the 14. This is like on the 14 when I listed this in when I first started recording this, we didn't get anything. It could be the time of night. It is midnight on a Sunday. So we could be at an inappropriate time. But hell, man, we're in the middle of our Christmas souls. Oh, we got a team. A team of DPSs. Interesting. It's the tank we're looking for primarily. It's the tank we're looking for primarily. Nobody hitting 380. What's my resto gear at? 384. Okay. I'm also making sure we don't get anybody that I know. Or who knows who I am. Wow, 371. It seems to be like, is that like a, you guys let me know, is this like a cock block area, 371? Kind of unusual to out of 4 players see some 371s. Got a hunter, not bad. Looking for a tank though. Who's going to be brave enough to step up? I know King's Rest, where are our affixes? We have Bursting and Skittish. Ugh, Skittish, some tanks might be terrified. Potentially. How will we build this group? Based on gear or based on uniqueness? I was going to say I probably would have taken the Hunter. We have a Shadow Priest there. I know you guys want to see the Shadow Priest. All right. We have a Shadow Priest. We have a Shadow Priest. What? I don't want to build an intentionally scuffed group. I'm thinking with Skittish, we might want a Rogue or a Hunter just for misdirect. Maybe that'd be cool. Yo. Yo. There's a tank. All right, we got a tank. Should we bring the pair of friends? It's got a shaman in it. All right. Oh, wow. The tank's already here. That was fast, Slim. I like a good thing, a good etiquette I find in pugging is to call people by their name. I find it incredibly rude. I don't know about you guys, whether you feel the same way, but I find it incredibly rude when people refer to you as Druid or Rogue or Shaman or whatever, or Demon Hunter. The name's right there. Is it just me? It could be. It could be just me, I suppose. I find it really rude. Like, you blame the community for a lot. We blame the community for a hell of a lot, but we don't help when we do things like that. There we go. All right. Okay. Predictions. Do we have a Blood Elf, actually? Will he know how to silence? Troll. Blood Elf Monk is the tank. Orc Shaman. And a Blood Elf Demon Hunter. Interestingly enough, unless it's because he hasn't loaded in yet, the Shaman and the Demon Hunter are a team. Slim fast. Raden. Ooh, he's got to be elemental. Right, he's called himself Raden. It's got to be elemental. Has to be. Has to be elemental. Help me summon. He's here, right? Did I miss a summon? I probably did, actually. My bad. My bad. I missed the summon. My fault. So we have Master Spell. We have all kinds of good stuff. We have Master Spell. That's good. We don't really have great roots besides me. I should take Mass Entangle here for the first boss. Instead of being a big newbie. Let's take Mass Entangle. I'm going to keep Prosperity. I know there's some things flying around like right now. The Prosperity is really bad. Really bad. I feel like I'm about to slam my face into a wall, boys. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to flask. I'm going to eat food. I'm going to do a ready check. And I'll do a countdown and I'll throw Lido. Everyone's ready? Everyone's ready. Here we go, boys. Place your bets now, those of you who enjoy putting a bet on. 4, 3, will we see the Demon Hunter change?
1.
We did. Good signs. Gave the tank leader. All right. I'm feeling good. I think you guys are full of shit. Yeah, the Shaman and the Demon Hunter aren't from the same guild. They must be friends of some description. I'm going to go tree farm for the classics. We're using scrolls, by the way. Got some professionals here, boys. Nyla prays to the gods. Don't worry about it. Your shadow. Easy. Oh, we need the spells. Master spell. There we go. All right, that'll do. We're kicking off with a bursting on us. That's all right. You can go, dude. It's good. It's good. I got you. Don't worry about it. Let's put some dots up. Avoiding the slam. Nice to see. I'm alright. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm going to throw some solar rats out. I, of course, can remove enrage and stuff, which is nice. Oh, we got some skittish action going on there. That's alright. Oh, we got the tank stunned. Alright. Tank got stunned. Not the end of the world. I'll move back. I'm worried about... Oh, I'm worried about my... Oh! There's 2 down. I thought I was at decent range there, but apparently not. Let's move further back. Just for safety's purpose. For safety. I was out of range of one of them, not the other. Not the other. So I'll take that. At least it was less bursting for me to handle by one person. I like that aspect. So far, okay. So far, okay. We're waiting. We're waiting for everybody to be here. Not bad. Okay. What's happening? All right. So I did put 4 weekly, so I hope they understand. I'm not bothered about finishing it in time. I'm not that arsed. What I want to see is good teamwork. We are in a pug. I want to see happiness and no rage. This is what you guys tell me is happening all the time in your dungeons. It's just so much rage all the time. So I don't want to see it. I'm hoping to show that that's not the case, because with all the rumors and things going on with Mythic Plus recently, and all the, you know, it becoming, what's the thread on MMO right now? Becoming increasingly toxic and whatever. That's what we're trying to not see. Shadowbolt volley interrupted. Very nice. Demon Hunter knows what's up. I like our Demon Hunter. And again, same as when we're doing tanking. Keeping our peepers out for people who seemingly know what they're doing. Right. Instant 5 stacks is bursting. I got it. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry, pals. I got this. We are pulling more. Probably a stray mob there. I was kind of watching the other mobs then. Let's remove that in rage. All good. I'm going to innovate here. I don't think I'll need innovate on the boss. But we see some red stagger on our brewmaster here, so I think an innovate is a decent choice. Again, removing that in rage, a very big deal here. This is tyrannical week, so trash shouldn't be that bad. And we're just pulling more. Interesting choice by the brewmaster here. Not something I'd expect to see ordinarily, but okay. Keep the dots going. Bit of bursting. Nothing we can't handle though. We're ready for it. That's all right. Let's top our tank up here. Throw out some DPS. All right. Feeling confident. Feeling confident. Our tank being nice and aggressive. Not over-pulling, actually. He knows what he can handle. I like that. Gonna keep my peepers out for enrages, obviously. Let's throw some dots out. Oh, that volley went off, though. We didn't get the interrupt there. Alright. You can handle the one. Maybe not when combined with bursting, though, boys. Let's chop our Demon Hunter off. Watching out for the enrage. Get rid of it. Gonna take a little drinky drink after this one. Keep our peepers on this champion. I think he's going to enrage again. We're pulling the last mob. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I can sneak a sneaky drink in after this dies. So I'm going to watch out for this one. They're still in the F-flow. Pretty happy. Alright. No wipe here? I'll take it. I'll take it. We're going to have a little drink. Oh, bursting interrupts drinking. I forgot that. Now then. Now then. Let's do a boss. We did take Mass Entangle, didn't we? Yes, we did. And off we go. Bloodlust. Good. This is tyrannical, so I want to keep my peepers open. And Demon Hunter, not ideal, but still. Bring the Swift Mend, and off we go, back to the races. Alright. 2 rejuice for you, Mr. Raden. A Swift Mend for you, just to top you off. And 2 little rejuice for Nyla. There you go, Nyla. Now, they're either going to try and kill these, or they're just going to leave it to do its job. On me. Mass Entangle. We mind that. We are DPSing them. Okay, okay. Alright, I see. Poor Demon Hunter got it again. Feels bad. Unfortunate, my dude. Unfortunate. But we are killing them, so... Not that bad. 2 for Nyla. Alright. There's Luca's call, so I'm going to mass entangle them while they get themselves square. Split gold and meat. Fine. We are killing, so let's dot these up. Ringo Piso. Not bad. Oh, don't die on me, dude. Getting a little spread out now, boys, but we are low on health. We should be alright. Oh, don't die on me, Nyla. I got you, pal. Big mass entangle. Luckily, the tank's taking, like, no damage, but we are getting a little tasty now. I think they're going for the Zerg. I hope tank's ready for that. Oh, that's a bit close, that, Mr. Let's pop a trinket here. Mass entangle in 5. Ringo Piso, nice. That's going to let me mass entangle those. Not bad, boys! Oh, what? Look at these guys! Yes, dude! Big Shadow Priest damage there. I'm memeing. Big Shadow Priest damage. Big! I like it. Alright, we've got some infesteds now. We've not had infested yet. Oh! Oh. Trading food? You guys with your toxicity. Ah, right. Den. What a guy! You know, Dispellerino, no workerino. I can get rid of the Hex, though. This dude! 10 out of 10! 10 out of 10! You can't even! Can't even, can you? And now, well, let's I can almost, I'm overconfident, I know it. It's going to be a disaster. But, I can't root that guy. No, I can't. See, Mass Root's kind of useless now for, like, the remainder of the dungeon, which is a bit of a fucking bummer, but still. Alright, we have got, I mean, I could just spam food now. I'm fucking chilling. I'm chilling. I'll put it there. I'm going to put it there so I can spam it away. Easy. Oh. Alright, we're not interrupting it. That's okay. No grip or anything. We could do something, but still. Purged? We purged the heal? Oosa! Oosa! I'm so happy. I'm genuinely so happy. Alright. Ringo Pisoing the fucking Ringo Gahoonies. Tank knows what's up. Shadow Priest knows what's up as well, I think. I'm going to assume Shadow Priest did a Purgeroo there. Could have been someone else, but that could have been the Demon Hunter. I can chat later if we need to be. No one taking really excess damage. Free to do some DPS here, boys. Anyway, so while this is going rather chill, I do want to address something else then, because I did have a topic in mind, should everything go supremely well. And that was, in my video, like, of my critique of a lot of BFA systems from Legion to BFA, I didn't bring up class stuff, which some of you were like, especially considering, you know, my main focus on the channel has been classes. And I didn't talk about classes. The reason I chose not to. I did script that out, because that video was scripted. I wrote the scripts out to make sure I covered all points. I didn't really want to freeball that one. The reason I decided not to do that was purely because it's a little subjective, and I kind of want to put this out to debate on you guys, while my boys here just prove everybody wrong about this Mythic Plus environment. Fucking baller. Absolutely 10 out of 10. It's a little subjective. right? It's a little subjective. And what I'm saying by that is, I've been toying around with this idea for a while now, and I want to be clear on something before I say this. I detest BFA's class design. I really detest it. But I have been messing around with the idea that, you know what? I started WoW when I got into this, when I got into the game, into this biz, back all the way back in those vanilla lives. When I started, I got to play with... Sorry, let's just spell myself. I got to play with classes that needed like 2 buttons for about 2 years. And that was actually totally fine. And I got to... And I'm sure many of you listen to this are the same. Like, I got to gradually acclimate myself to the ever-increasing amount of abilities and stuff that the game presented. I got to grow with it naturally. Like, it didn't just go from, like, vanilla to the Burning Crusade and suddenly everybody had 50 abilities. That's not what happened. It was a gradual increase in the amount of things that players could do. And therefore, I got this, like, really slow education, almost, of ways of dealing and with the ever-increasing complexity of classes. If I think back to what I did in vanilla, for the most part, I played 2 classes primarily in vanilla. One was, you've been dispelled, dude. I like the way you ran out, though. This fucking dude on it, though. Look at this guy. Boom. 10 out of 10, my dude. 10 out of 10. Have a read you, everybody. I'm happy to give it you. Enjoy it. I got to learn really gradually, as did many of us, actually. Those of us who are the old fucking guard, essentially. These old stalwart players. We got to gradually make our mark over time. And if I think back to vanilla, I mean, I've said it several times, but I was promoted in a guild based entirely on the fact that I knew how to dispel. And that sounds ridiculous by modern standards. Absolutely ridiculous. But this came at a time where nobody knew how to fucking dispel, man. Like, it was a big deal. People didn't understand dispel or why it was important. Wow, that really hurts. Holy shit. Look at that thing. Ooh, spicy. So, in my Blackwing Lair guild that I joined, when we were doing Cremagus, and I got to... Oh. Rip.
Thousands of years ago, a blood contagion almost wiped
Rip.
out the Zandalari.
I got to...
Golems were constructed.
I got to just cast basically like rank 2 greater heal or some shit, or rank fucking 1 greater heal, or rank 2 heal, rank 4 heal, something stupid. I just spam that over and over and dispel people.
Thousands of years
That was enough to get me seen by the officer who's like, we need this guy. And I'm not memeing either.
as the dead choked their
Like, that's how it was.
golems
That was enough.
to dispose of the diseased bodies.
And based on that alone, I got all the way through to Nax Ramus using just that stuff, essentially. Oh, I've got aggro. Lol, skittish. Resto Druid Deeps. Big. Ooh, this is a bit messy. And then in TBC, like, I played Holy Paladin. And sure, I probably used like 4 or 5 abilities there. I mean, I've shown you gameplay of my Holy Paladin. I was considered a great Holy Paladin. I was. I was considered a really great Holy Paladin by my guild. And I used, like, Holy Light 100% of the time. Some Divine fucking Favor or whatever it was called at the time. Something dog shit, anyway. And that was enough. That was enough. And then I played a Warlock for a while. And I was a great Warlock because Warlocks kept... Like, it was... Let me put it this way. Throughout TBC, one of the big things that made Warlock complicated, so to speak, was that Warlocks who kept Immolate up gained DPS over those that didn't. And other than that, you would put up, like, Curse. I think it was just Curse. So it was like Curse of Doom or Curse of Agony. Or Curse of Elements or whatever. So if you kept Curse up, you were considered a good Warlock. And on top of that... I know this sounds ridiculous by modern standards, doesn't it? And on top of that, if you if you knew that Immolate was a DPS increase and you just spammed Shadow Ball, and in some cases Incinerate if you went that way, then you would do the maximum like damage output of those classes. Now some classes were a little more difficult, don't get me wrong, but not by much, man. If you go back to like a TBC class, it's like you watch their gameplay, like Enhancement Shamans just press like Earth Shock. Right? So anyway, my point is there may be an argument. I'm not saying I agree with it, and in fact, it's not something I actually want, but there may be an argument that, you know what, yeah, like, we've got, like, so much stuff over the years that anybody starting the game now is just like, I have to maintain this. You look at my druid, I use, like, 9 different spells on a regular in order to keep things going. Someone got him? You know? I'm using, like, Resto, Rejuve, I'm keeping Efflorescence down, we're using Wild Growth, we're using Dispel, we're using Mass Roots, we're using Ironbark, we're using Swiftmend, we're using Innovate, we're using Renewal, we're using all these spells, like, on the regular. It's a lot, compared to what I grew up with. So for me, this is what I'm saying, there's an argument there, there is an argument there. That, yeah, like, I've not had to deal with walking into, you know, a class that's needed, like, 10 spells. Now, I know what you're going to say, it's not as if it's hard, Mike. I agree, it's not. It's not hard. But at the same time, I was able to fulfill my class stuff for like 5 years. I mean, even Wrath of the Lich King isn't exactly complex. Like, you know, it's not. It's simply not. I think he got that based off the map. I didn't see that shake. I was waiting for the shake. I got to go for like 5 years using like 2 or 3 buttons. And so I have been toying with the idea that... but at the same time, this is my counter to this. This is like the counter argument to this. A lot of the stuff that's been removed hasn't really been gameplay orientated. Ooh, whoa, dude. Whoa. You know what I mean? So there is a counter to that. Because you might say, you know what, you've got a point. Or you might say, get fucked, Mike. But a lot of the pruning has actually been on... it's been on characters... It's been on classes that are utility spells. Now, I'll say this. We still kind of had those utility spells. That's over there. We still had those utility spells. Maybe, yeah, yes, I did play with very few spells, like gameplay-wise. But I still had my utility spells, even back then. And that's the counter to that, is a lot of the pruning hasn't been gameplay stuff. It's been actually... not in every case, obviously. I mean, I guess I always have to reiterate this point, and I don't like doing it, but a lot of stuff has been pruning. Like we lost, you know, Leap of Faiths and things like that. Different types of dispels, different, you know, we don't have Purify anymore or anything like that. Yeah, Entomb in 10 seconds. So there is a counter to that, like a good counter, I think. A really good counter. I'm going to give you Life Bloom, pal. I don't want you to die, and the tank doesn't really need it. He seems to have got his work cut out for him already. Not on my side. Get him, get him, get him. There you go. Oh, he had to walk in the fire, but understandable. Oh no, the mummy's out. Fuck. Fuck. My job. Innovate. You guys really need to kill this boss, like, right now. Oh, shit. Alright, a little bit of a bleak moment there. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I think the Demon Hunter actually let the guy out. Let poor Nyla out. I think the Demon Hunter actually did that by accident. Oops. An oopsie from the Demon Hunter, but that's fine. That's all good. Alright. I'm waiting here. I'm gonna drink. Ah, monkeys. Oh, he's the Guild Master of Spoiler Alert. Look at this guy. Yes, dude. Alright. We've got a CC. He's line of sighting. Beautiful. Interrupting the Hex. Good. Right, watching the bleed stacks. There's the first one. At 2, I'll throw an Iron Bark on. With a Brewmaster, maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Oh, it's wore off. Alright, he dodged it. Fair enough. 1 stack ain't doing shit, dude. You can have your heals all day for that. Now, having said that, why didn't I talk about classes in terms of BFA? Because they're obviously worse. I don't think any of us are going to deny that in any way. I mean, well, some people will, but that was kind of my point. Like, it's a subjective thing. What I wanted to focus on in that video was what I believe are just objectively worse. That was my main focus. It wasn't like, I hate this, I hate that, you know, like a ranty video. That wasn't what I was going for in that video, and I think I achieved that. It was more a case of, look, straight up, like, you could put these two systems side by fucking side, and you've got, these are just clearly worse systems. Like, you know, the mission table, world questing, these are just clearly worse in my mind. And that was what I was going for there, instead of... Ooh, 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 ow, 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 ow. Oh, you got the bleed on you, huh? Yeah, okay. That'll happen. That'll happen. That's okay. That's okay. The poison off. Hold on, boys. We got ourselves a code 4 situation here. This is, it's not quite brown pants time. Iron Bark on the tank. Direct that poison barrage over there. Shadow Priest is lossing me somewhere. There she is. Hey, yo. Look at me assuming agenda. Let's put this over here. Oh, that was the double pull, was it? Okay, that's fine. No worries. Easy for us. So some people might even enjoy their classes. It's like, it is subjective, whether I like it or not. Like, I find it unfathomable, if I'm being honest with you. I do find it unfathomable that someone would go, you know what? I really like BFA's class design. But I have seen it as well. At the same time, I have seen people who are like, yeah, I actually really don't mind BFA class design. And I'm like, what? You know? Like, I'm taken aback by that. But at the same time, like, I didn't really go into islands. If you recall, I didn't say, like, I hate islands or anything like that. And that's because some people like the islands. It's a new system. I am barking the shit out of you, dude. This is not nice. I'm not sure why Nature's Cure wasn't working there, but still. I'm in the line of sight. You got a bleed on you. That's 2 rejuves for you, my friend. Some very low damage here. Okay, we got a combination of things happening here. Focus. Focus, Mike. Tank's out of range. Got you. Nice. Good, good, good. We got this. Easy for us, boys. Easy. Not bad. Not bad. We got this. Pop! And a heal. So that's why I didn't really talk about it. As much as I, like, detest it. I actually detest... I actually detest a lot of the changes. And, of course, you got... My feelings on, like, Azerite armor, I didn't really go into that either. I just mentioned how... My only objective mention of the Azerite system is Blizzard's sort of insistence over the last few years. Ooh, I walked right into that. Insistence over the last few years of trying to make it like... You've got to remember, like, they changed a lot of things in the game under the guise of, we want it so you guys can just get gear in a dungeon and then turn it on. Like, that's what they were after. Like, we don't want you going to websites. They were very specific about that. Where are you going? Over there? Cool. They were very specific about that. Like, we don't want you guys having to go out. It's why Reforging went away, if you remember. They were like, we don't like the idea that, you know, you get a new item and then you have to go and fuck about with it. Like, we're not into it at all. It's like, okay, that's a fair shout. Like, that's a reasonable suggestion to make. Of course, they've completely backtracked on that, and perhaps that philosophy has changed. Which I would like to see some discussion on. Like, we're okay with you now having to... Because they did the Nether Crucible... Right? You had to go out and sort that out. There was no way of getting around it. You had to go and do that. Nice. Pulling back. Good. Can we get a ranged interrupt? Shadow Priest? Would like to see that. I think our Shadow Priest maybe not 100% sure on what's happening here, but that's okay. That's alright. Oh, maybe we did get a Radiant Sword. Could have been the Shaman. Could have been the Shaman. Oh, Shaman has gone for a walk. That's alright. Our Shaman has gone for a little walkies. That's okay. That's alright. Let's put an Iron Bark on him here. He's getting a little bit hammered. Sever on me is fine. I will take it. I'll just throw I'll throw a bark skin on myself there as well, just for safety. No point in stressing out. Big Hex. Can't interrupt it though, so I can dispel it though. I got you, fam. Easy for us. So I hope you understand that for those of you who expect me to fight the good fight, because I have been pretty outspoken that we can't just be quiet about these things. Like, if you want things to change, you can't just be quiet and let it go. It's one of the reasons it's really frustrating. It's like, just leave. It's like, well, no, I enjoy many aspects of the game. But of course, there are things that are objectively worse than the last expansion. At least in, I mean, I keep saying my point of view, but that makes it subjective. I think we proved that they are objectively worse. I don't think there was any argument there. Look, you put these two things together, they're objectively fucking worse, dude. They're objectively fucking worse. And that's why. So I hope that makes sense for those of you who are like expected me or were a little disappointed that I didn't go on some sort of tirade about class design, because I tried to focus the entire nature of the video on things where people can't go, well, actually, I prefer this thing. Now, that's not happened. There have been plenty of people who have suggested that they actually really like. What do we talk about? They really like the World Quest system. I mean, it has less. The people really like the mission table. Some people defended the mission table in that video. I mean, I don't know where we go from there, right? I don't know where we go from there. Like, actually, I don't mind the mission table's completely useless and combat res if somebody dies. Are you sure though? We've only got 3. Run in. Hello? Bark skinning. It's tyrannical, you know. A little help there would have been alright. I'm just going to stand behind people if that happens again. Ooh, a bit worried about this axe debuff here, lads. See, if we all stand here. Okay, Shadow Priest definitely doesn't know what's happening. Okay. It can't be any clearer than this. Shadow Priest definitely doesn't know what's going. Brewmaster, is he kiting or is he dodging? Did he dodge it? He did dodge it. What a guy. Brewmasters. OPAF. OPAF. Talk about fucking busted. Okay. I was seeing whether he did just around me there, but no. Okay. Lads might be getting a bit comfortable here with my healing. Or the tanking. They're like, it's fine. You still got to do your mechanics, lads. Let's not get sloppy now. Let's not get sloppy. They either don't know what's going on. The Shaman and the Shadow Priest, or they just don't think it matters. Hard to tell. It's one of the two. Now, who's going to interrupt Poison Bolt? Because realistically, it's going to be the Shaman or the Shadow Priest, but I think it's going to be up to our tank here actually to deal with this. Here comes the barrel through. Poison Nova. Tricky moment for everybody here. Let's see if they go for the explosive totem. Oh, dude, you can't do that. Oh, first. Oh, I can't res. Have to wait for that. Got you. Interrupt, please. Thank you. Let's regain some control here, boys. Alright. Alright. A little bit of a scuff there. I have to watch out for this barrel through. I might have to throw myself to the wolves a little bit. A little worried about dying, though, if, like, it's just me and one other guy. Oh, it's on me. Super. Okay, I'm just going to stand here, then. I might have to get both of you in on this. I'll do. Nice. Alright, we're good, we're good. We're good. We're good. I have a little sketch, man. I'm a bit worried. Luckily, that barrel through is on me. I think our worst case would be the Shadow Priest. At the moment, I guess. I like this. Is it not one of your favorite games when you're doing stuff like this? It's like, okay, who knows what's up and who doesn't? I'm not even sure, and this is how out of touch I am, because I live in a bubble, as many people like to point out. I'm not even sure if this is bad DPS or not. We're bloodlusting here. Okay. Don't think I agree with that, but whatever you guys want to do. That's why I'm on my healer, so you guys do what you gotta do. I'm easy. Alright, battle 3 is on me again. Look. I'm gonna have to, like, maneuver here. Hopefully, hopefully our tank... I'm gonna bark skin. Yeah. I think I got the right position there. Oh, I got the axe on me as well. Big look. Give myself fucking life bloom. Piss on the tank. Piss on you, tank. I'm having it. Mine. Poison Nova. Ooh, okay, it's interrupted. Good, good, good. Axe debuffs on the Shaman. I'm going to give the Shaman Iron Bark here. I think that's a wise decision. Doing Life Bloom and Iron Bark. Yeah, he's still getting hurt real bad. Let's give him a couple of spam heals. Axe on me again. Alright. Getting a bit heavy now. Move out a bit. Oh, you can't walk into the axe, dude. Like, as that, you just made me do the same thing. Ugh. I'm dead. Unfortunately. Oh, it's the barrel through. Yeah, the barrel through. I take it back, dude. Didn't see it was the barrel through. Didn't see it was the barrel through. What we got a res going? Ooh, you didn't res me. Now I feel like totally left out. I feel like totally left out, but that's okay. I guess that's why the Pug's Bloodlust. I think this is low DPS. It's hard to tell, man. I don't know. With the way gear scaling is in BFA, you guys the same? Like, if once you... I can't remember if, like, 10 item levels. I mean, everyone was around 371, if I remember. I'm not sure if that, like, 7 item levels... It surely doesn't buff you up, like, to stupid amounts of damage. Especially with, like, having ideal traits and... You know, good trinkets or whatever. I don't know.
Complain all you like, my king, but you should have.
Ooh, he's going straight in. All right.
There was no escaping Gahoon.
I'm just going to put my trinket down on this. Whoa, not seen this before. What are we doing here? Just buy some time with range, or what's the plan? Let's hope we get a good purge off here. I mean, I could just heal this. You don't need to do anything fancy, but I understand you want safety first. I get it. I get it. Demon Hunter doing work. Good to see. Keep these hots flowing. Nice and tasty. He's out. Good lad. We're not going to do it in time, but that's okay. That's alright. I don't mind. I'm alright with that. I'm going to drink here. Yum, yum, yums. We've got 2 minutes 43. Not without Bloodlust on Tyrannical. He's going to have all the health. Probably not with this damage either. That's okay. That's alright, lads. Don't worry about it. I'm happy. 0 toxicity. Loads of good stuff. Couple of guys here who I think mate. We'll see if there's an achievement. I'll be interested if it is like a first time thing for some of these guys. It might be. Who knows? That's the kind of interesting thing about a pug. You don't know what you're working with. I know that's what most people hate about pugs, right? That's what most people hate. The toxicity, the nightmares. But I think it's a case, I don't know. I've done a lot of TDPs at this point, right? I have done a lot of TDPs. And to be fair, how many toxic, horrible ones have we had? They're in the vast, 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 vast minority. They have happened. There's no doubt about it. They have happened, but they are in such the minority that I honestly think a lot of it is we just hear the horror stories. Right? I hear people say it's every group I'm in. I'm like, I try and see it, dude. I do. I try. I'm here. I'm in this world. I'm trying my best, but I'm not seeing it, unfortunately. I'm just not seeing it. And I'm not saying that's because I want to see it or anything like that, but, you know. I do my best to find out about these scenarios to try and address it, and then... I'm going to keep trying, is what I'll say. I'm not... This is not a conclusion, by any means. I'm not drawing any conclusions here, but... As you can clearly see... I am not the defining factor here. I'm just a healer. I'm just healing. That was the whole point of me being on my healer. I'm just healing. And I haven't really had to, like, stress heal more than a couple of times. I would say we have relatively low damage. I believe it to be relatively low. Ooh, 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 dude. I got you. I got you. I can hear them brews popping. You're good. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I'll let his brews drop just for a second there. That's alright. I don't think we're killing this in 14 seconds, but that's alright. I didn't intend to. The only person who didn't get hit with that fucking... What a scam. I got scammed, boys. Relatively low on mana here. That's alright. Shouldn't be much damage now. I can be a little bit conservative. Just gonna keep my dots on. Heals on a tank. Bark skin this. Watch out for that. Which didn't help at all. Oh, I was still good. I got like a quarter mana left. Go all day, dude. All day! Renewal myself. Free heal. Easy. Tuck into this corner. I can throw out a trank here. I might as well. I'm going to save the mana. I'm going to actually use my trank as a mana regen. Iron Bark on the tank. I've got a trinket to back this up. Easy. Not bad. I mean, we didn't make the timer, but it was fucking close. Honestly. It was really close. Yeah, Shadow Priest first time doing King's Press. Maybe an alt. Maybe. Who knows? But, guys, Slim Tanks hadn't even got a key. And some loots for the boys. I'm looking for this toxicity, lads. I'm looking for it. I ain't fucking seeing it. Well played, boys. So, I'm down to a 9, but that's okay. Have a great week. Two days, Nyla, just 2 more days, and the Shadow Priest will be fixed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. The hunt for toxicity continues. It's everywhere. Apparently not.